Wow, Swarly 30 streams. Good job.
Hello. Hello.
Thank you for the pets.
Hey.
Gotta move my microphone closer. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Hello everyone, welcome to today's stream. My name is Rika Bird. Today we're starting in Mogwood Palace because I remembered there's a golden seed here, and I need one more to get more flasks, so I'm gonna go and get the golden seed here. Hope you're all having a good day so far. Y'all are fantastic for being here. Oh, right. There's a bunch of white masks here. Oh. Ow. Well, I got the gold seed I was after, so that's all I really care about. Not level up. Flasks. Oh, it requires 4 now. Rip. Okay, let's see, we are going to here, to the crater. Last time we beat General Radon, that means the whole sky fell, and we gotta go underground now because the sky fell. Aww. That's fair. I mean, it's hard being open about your feelings for anyone. The important thing to remember is that if she doesn't reciprocate, it's okay. There's a trader taken care of. Onward to Nokron then. Go on, I'll catch up. Alright, down we go. Well, I definitely hope that she had better runs. I did lurk last night, but I was not feeling good, so I did not watch her stream. Nokron, the Eternal City. Beautiful place. Ugh. I have a major headache today. So I may not do as good as I normally do, and that's why we're also doing a shorter stream, because I have a really bad headache. And it's making me dizzy.
Hey!
Ziria, hello.
Look! Hello!
Yeah, dizzy indeed. I think it's probably an actual genuine migraine because I am dizzy. And my vision's kind of all fucky, so probably a pretty bad migraine if I had to guess. It happens. They happen. Migraines happen. They're part of life sometimes. And the last thing I should probably be doing while I have a migraine is playing video games, but I need the support. I need the money. I need the stuff so I can pay my dental stuff, and so I can get my teeth drilled out and yada yada yada. So, yeah. Nice, Smithing Stone 5 is actually. Just want to let her know the Electric support now. I just figured out how to send money online too, so actually do more luck. Yay! Those are good things. I jumped off at the wrong spot and almost died because of it, because I was not paying as much of attention as I should have, but it's okay. Chat's more important. But, Swarley, I hope everything goes well for you. You're a good being. You deserve happiness, just like anyone. Whatever form that happiness takes root in. Oh, dude shot me right in the face. Also just realized I should put on a different talisman. Oh, well, you gotta find something to give you passion. Something like a hobby. Do some drawing. Learn how to 3D model. You know, pick up a hobby that you can be proud of and that you can practice. Hello, Maddie. How you doing, Maddie? Yay, glad to hear you're doing okay. I like it when my friends and viewers are doing okay. See, that's the thing. You you shouldn't do something like a hobby or drawing or something like that for other people. You should do it for you, for your sake, for your own personal growth. You should take pride in yourself as who you are, because I'm proud of you, and I think you should be proud of you too, because everyone everyone who works hard to do stuff and to just get by in this crazy world deserves to have someone be proud of them for doing so. And you have definitely earned it. And you're like, if you're wondering why you deserve it, well, you come here makes me smile, makes my day a little bit better, and that's important. That's good. You should feel happy about that. Ooh. I wouldn't ask for a promise even if you did. People try sometimes and people fail and they don't succeed at their goals, and that's fine. Though I would ask, don't let that discourage you from trying again later when you feel ready, because nothing ever comes without hardship. Like, there's always a struggle to get to where you want to be, and that's part of life's challenge. And just like this game is a challenge, and the reason why I keep coming back to it, and even though I keep dying, is because failure is the most valuable thing in life that we have, because we learn the most from failure. We learn the most from doing terrible and not succeeding. So always keep that in mind. Part of the way you feel is because I was very shy at school, just sit there doing nothing, not knowing how to do the assignment, and no one would try to help. Yeah, I would say your experience with that is not uncommon. But that's why it's even more important, I feel, to do things for yourself rather than for others. Because sometimes you'll find yourself in those situations where you don't have support, you don't have someone helping, you don't have people to prop you up and stuff like that. And it's in those moments where it's important not to stagnate, because you as a person are worth developing because you're cool. Oh yeah, no, I used to be the same way. Up until my sophomore year of high school, when I finally opened up and started doing stuff because I wanted to do stuff. Like it's not that I wanted to like be popular or anything like that or be cool. It was more along the lines of I discovered that it is just it's all you. You will always have you. No matter how many times you move, no matter how many times your life situation changes, you will always have yourself to fall back on to make your life better. And that's good. It's good to keep yourself, and it's good to be proud of yourself. Ah. It's kind of funny because that's kind of the attitude I also have towards reading. I missed out a lot when I was a kid because I didn't always have either I didn't have access to books, or I just didn't like reading because of like a dyslexia problem I didn't know I had. And now that I'm an adult, I have gone out of my way to read more. And I even have my own little collection of books. And I'm even writing a book. And, like, sometimes you just gotta make the personal choice to make yourself better. That's true, but one of the things, Ma, I never told you is that I absolutely hated reading up until high school. Like, I hated it. I hated reading so much because it always felt like, one, I was struggling with it and I didn't understand why. I always failed all the state standardized reading tests. I got put into reading classes and such like that. And it was because I didn't know I had dyslexia. Obviously, you guys didn't know I had dyslexia either. And the school should have identified it for you guys, but they didn't. So I went through school not knowing I had dyslexia. I eventually ended up loving reading because of one of my reading teachers, though, who I think understood that I wasn't normal when it came to reading for a reason, and she helped me, like, really just take my time with it, because the thing is that I used to always think that the only way to read was to read fast. And if I wasn't reading fast and I wasn't remembering everything, then I was reading bad. So now I take my time with books. I reread when I need to. I pick books that I enjoy instead of books other people want me to enjoy, which is big. And, you know, basically I have made reading better for me. Oof, ow, I thought that was gonna miss. You said books were evil when you were younger? Yeah. Understandable. I was definitely one of those kids as well. The book series I have been reading, and this shouldn't surprise anyone who knows dragons and the furry fandom. The book series I've been reading recently, that I'm almost done with, that I'm going to be reading again today after stream, is Wings of Fire. And if you know that book, it's about dragons. And it's very sweet. It is a book I wish would have been available to me as a kid, because I think I probably would have really... It really would have helped me open up a little bit more about reading when I was a kid. It's so funny, too. The whole reading problem actually started before I even got into school, because my parents got me those Hooked on Phonics things, right? And I just could not care. I remember, like, some of my earliest emotions were not caring a single bit about those Hooked on Phonics things that my parents got me. It feels like such an ungrateful little kid. But I was like 4 and 5 at the time. I wasn't, no, it was older than that. I was 6 or 7, I think. I can't remember when it was. But long story short, I did not care. I cared more at the time about going outside and finding a neat stick and stabbing it into a mud hill than I cared about those little tiny book things. It was really funny. I was 3. I will be completely honest, Mom. Had it not eventually become, because like when I started struggling with reading, you guys started like really quizzing me on the books I'm reading and stuff like that, and you would like make it a requirement that I would have to read certain chapters and then tell you what it was about and stuff like that. Once that started happening, I hated it. It became a chore. It became homework, and it was the last thing I wanted to do. Fun was the goal, and it has always been your guys' goal. I'm definitely not knocking you on that. You guys did so good considering the circumstances we were in. But once reading became a chore, once reading became homework, it got, because you know me, I was always really like bad about doing homework. So once reading became homework also, I hated it. And in high school, the way I got around that is I completely ignored I ignored everyone's desire for me to like read what they wanted to read. That's when I first picked up Aragon, the book. That was like my first pick. It wasn't a book someone else was like, hey, you should read this, you know? But I know it was from memory, Mom. I know what the goal is. Like, I'm not saying that you were wrong to do it. I'm just telling you how I reacted to it. You were very right to try to get me to help me with remembering what I was reading. But since we didn't know that the problem was dyslexia and that I wasn't comprehending it and that I needed more time to read it, the way we went about it was wrong, and it made me resent it. Not saying that's bad. We were just completely unaware. And now that I know that as an adult, I love reading. So mission accomplished. As a fully functioning adult, I end up loving reading. So whether or not the goal was exceeded then that doesn't matter. The goal eventually became realized because I love reading now. And I didn't continue hating reading after I left school. So you succeeded. You did good. It just didn't come in school. But I picked up the book Aragon in high school, and it was like my first choice. I was just like, okay, cool, dragon book. I fell in love with it. I really like the Aragon series. I like the second one. I haven't read the third or the fourth one, which I hear kind of take a downward trend in terms of quality, but I don't care. I'm going to read them anyway once I'm done with Wings of Fire. I'm going to enjoy it. It's going to be great. Looking back at my childhood and stuff, it must have been so hard being a parent to me specifically. I could definitely not have made it any harder if I had tried, because like I wanted to do everything and nothing at the same time, right? I signed up for as many sports as I could, and I genuinely enjoyed all of them except for cross country. I should have been really open about that. I hated running. Running was quite possibly the worst thing ever for me because of how painful it was. But I could not bring myself to have wasted my parents' time and money signing me up for cross country. So I stuck with it, despite hating it. Don't do that. Be honest with yourself and to others about how you feel when you're doing stuff. But every other sport I loved. I think my favorite two was swim team and football. I loved both of those. Those were great. Yeah, I love swimming. I actually broke a state record in backstroke for 5 minutes before my friend Pete got in the water and beat it by a fraction of a second. I was so upset. I was like, oh, yay, look, I can finally say I accomplished something, and my older brother won't be such a dick to me anymore, because like he had all these accolades and stuff when he was in high school. And I was like, I didn't stick with anything long enough to succeed at it. So I was like, woo, yay. Eventually I found my talents elsewhere outside of sports. Turns out I'm a really good leader, and I got a lot of like attention, and I got accolades for being a good leader, which I wasn't aware of until one of my teachers, like, what happened the very first time I was told I was a good leader was when a friend of mine, my best friend, and I were assigned an assignment with quite possibly one of the people I hated the absolute most. I hated this guy, and he bullied me, he bullied my younger brother, and I did not like it. I did not like him, and I would continue to not like him all the way up until I graduated. However, we were having problems in this project. And we all got pulled into the principal's office because obviously we were assigned to this project. There was no getting out of it. So the principal sat us all down and asked us, what the hell's going on? You three are usually really good individually, so we thought you would all work together really well. Terrible logic, by the way. You should really understand the dynamics between students before putting them together. But we were just like, you know, we don't like each other, but we do want to get this assignment done and get a good grade. So the principal asked, okay, fine, I will help you do this. We will succeed at this, and then we won't put you together in groups anymore. They said, okay, among the three of you, which of you do you feel is the leader of the group? My best friend obviously said me because he's my best friend. But when the person I hated and who hated me very much said, I think that Reika is the leader of the group, I was stunned because this guy was very egotistical. And I was like, wait, you think I'm the leader of the group? Fine, I'll take it. If you will listen to me and do you part of the assignment and you will have it done at a certain time, we will be done. And that was like the moment, like when he actually did what I asked and started like not being a dick. We finally got the project done and it went super well. We got like a perfect score. It was fantastic. And it was because, like, not only did they do their part, but also because I understood that I would have to stay on top of the things and make sure everything's getting done. And because of all that, and I really enjoyed doing all that, because of all that, we succeeded. So every group project, which was a lot of them, my school was a charter school, it wasn't like a standard high school, so every project was a group project. Every project from then on out, I absolutely insisted on being the leader, because if I could lead one project to success with the person I absolutely hated, I could do anything. There was no limits to, like, how many people or what kind of person I could lead. If I could lead my worst enemy to success in high school, I knew I could do any project. And I did. Every single project I touched was a pretty good success, except for when I was working with adults that didn't take me seriously as a leader because I was young. Those ones fell apart because there was always one guy with money who was just like, yeah, we're actually gonna do it this way because I have money and I don't care if you're the one in charge. So that sucked, but yeah, I was good at running Gamers Club. I was actually really good about being fair about Gamers Club also. Gamers Club was my high school equivalent of exactly what it sounds like. It was a club for gaming. We played all sorts of stuff after school together, and it was fantastic. And my younger brother was the VP, the vice president, second in command, and everyone's just like, that's kind of just nepotism. Why are you making your brother the VP of Gamers Club? We think that maybe someone else should be. And I asked, well, would you rather have someone random be the vice president of Gamers Club, or would you rather it be whoever's the second best at the games we play, because they can help you guys get better too? And they said whoever's second best. And I said, okay, well, that's my younger brother. He is second best. Here's the spreadsheets of his kill-death ratios in the games that we play commonly, yada, yada, yada. Here's, like, the reasoning behind it. And they didn't even care about the numbers. They didn't care about the facts or anything like that. And I was like, okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do you and my younger brother and I versus Gamers Club. And we're gonna do like a 2v. I think it was like 15 or something. We had a lot of people in Gamers Club at the time, and they were like, oh, if we do a team deathmatch, you guys will just have more targets to kill. You'll get a higher score and win easily. And I said, no, we're not going to do a deathmatch. We're gonna do a capture the flag, because capture the flag, it doesn't matter how many kills you get. It just matters that you capture the flag 3 times. Long story short, my younger brother and I won. It was probably one of the best gaming moments I had. My younger brother was wildly good. He held down our base solo while I ran and grabbed flags, and he covered me while I grabbed flags, and that was fun. That was so great. I miss the times where I could, like, set up big matches like that with a bunch of people. I even, like, one of my biggest accomplishments running Gamers Club was educating parents as to what games were, why we play them, and that video game violence is a myth perpetuated by news media, pretty much. The most impressive accomplishment that I did was my British literature teacher actually had a child that went to the school as well and attended my Gamers Club. I told her we had very strict rules when it came to grades, when it came to, like, behavior in Gamers Club and how we act to one another. And ouch. She was really impressed, like, how I ran it. It's got like 1 HP left. One day I'm sitting down with her and I'm showing her, like, we had our custom school webpage for Gamers Club, and it used the teachers grading system, which I was allowed to do just for Gamers Club, obviously. They gave me administrative privileges over that part of the website. And what I was doing is I was taking the kill death ratio of the games we played. So let's say you have a kill death ratio of 1.2. It was always a goal to get above a 1 in your KD, because that's how you got points. That's how you ranked up in Gamers Club. So if you got like a 1.2, you got 20 points. The 0.2 became 20 points towards your grade, quote unquote. And the minimum grade was 0, so like everyone obviously had A's in the group, but like that didn't matter. The more points you accumulated, the higher in the ranks you went. My younger brother, within like the first few weeks of me having this system, broke the system. He had so many points. Like, he would kept getting kill death ratios of like 4.5 or 5.7, and I was just like, that's like 570 points. The system only goes up to 2,000. So I made 4 more prestige rankings just for my younger brother, and eventually just gave him his own rank, because I was like, okay, whatever, I can't do this anymore. I'm not making any more. No one else has gotten even through the first set of ranks. And it was cool because on our website, on the school's like overall website, underneath your name, I could put the rank that you were in Gamers Club, and people could scroll over that rank, see what it signified, see that it was part of Gamers Club, and it drummed up additional interest for Gamers Club. We got like 1 or 2 extra people for that. It was a small school, so 1 or 2 people was huge. I remember the teacher was looking over. Oh, I also had, this is the important part, I had quizzes set up that like quizzed gamers on video games and the history of video games, and like when videos were made, what they were about, you know, who the characters were and stuff like that. I'd make these fun weekly quizzes. Like, where's Master Chief was a good one. I would Photoshop Master Chief into various locations around the world. It was literally GeoGuessr for Master Chief, and it was hilarious. But if you got that right, if you were the first one to get that right, you would gain additional points. And so you rank, or playing good wasn't the only way you could get points. Is my point. But my teacher was seeing me set up one of these quizzes, and she was like, wait, does this quiz automatically grade itself? I was like, yeah, you put in the right answer. It's a multiple choice quiz, or if you wanted a freeform answer, you could put in a freeform answer and manually check it later. Or an essay answer, or so yada yada. And my teacher was flabbergasted. She was just like, you mean I could have avoided grading papers this entire time on multiple choice quizzes? I'm like, yeah, no, it automatically does it all for you. It puts a grade in the system, and it updates the grades on its own. And she was just like, this is the coolest thing ever. You have to show me how to do this. And then she spread it to all the other teachers. And all the other teachers were asking me to make quizzes for them as well. So that's how I ended up making the final quizzes for all of my teachers in high school. Shoot. Lock-on betrayed me. Oh, this guy is not easy to beat. Got him. Whew. Good stuff. I ended up getting that year uh like 120% on most of the finals that year because I knew, not only did I know all the answers, but they gave me extra credit for making the quizzes themselves. My school teachers fucking loved me. I miss them all. I hope they're all doing well. Yeah, high school was pretty good for me. After the sophomore year, I was actually bullied quite a bit before that in a different school. Before my parents pulled me out and put me into a charter school. If they hadn't done that, I would not be the person I am today. Wow, that was so good. I didn't even get hit by that guy. That guy tears me up all the time. I'm so proud of myself. It's a totally different place. They bought the large building behind the lot on the other side, and it's fenced in. Beautiful. You'll send pictures. Oh, yes, please. They had been talking about buying that lot next to the school for a good long time. So, to build a gymnasium, because PE was mostly, hey, let's go to the park and play baseball. It was really fun, though, because because I was such a nerd, right? And I was deeply into video games and stuff like that. My teachers had no clue that during my freshman year, I was an absolute athlete. I was an absolute unit in those sports too, like nigh unstoppable. So I was highly underestimated by my physical education teacher. And I mean, I can't blame her. I was very much, I never spoke about it because, like, honestly, why would I? Because none of my other friends could relate to sports and stuff like that. So I just never brought it up. But one day she takes us to the park to play wiffle ball. And, you know, I'm like, okay, this'll be a little fun little thing. Like, it won't be the same as baseball or anything like that. I'm not expecting much. But my teacher was being so cute about it. Not in a sarcastic way. I mean, she was literally being adorable because she wanted me to learn how to hit the ball. And I was like, oh, will you show me how, teacher? I have no idea how to do this. And so she tries really hard to get me to understand that I shouldn't be holding the bat so high, that I shouldn't keep my hands together, or that I shouldn't keep my hands apart, that I should keep them together, and stuff like that. She was really, really trying, and I was not making it easy for her. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be really fun. I think I'm going to like this sports ball. And, like, I was really hamming it up. And so she gets to the pitcher's mound, and I think at this point, it's just like, okay, I expect a total whiff from them, and I'm gonna give them a nice, gentle underhand pitch. And so she does, and like as it's in the air, slowly coming towards me, I like just shift my position on the bat to like the proper holding position, and I just smack that thing out of the park so hard. and everyone was just like, I mean, my teacher was just looking at me like, what just happened? And I looked at my teacher and I'm like, oh man, that was great. Did I do it right, teacher? As I'm like casually walking the bases. She's like, you played this before, haven't you? I'm like, only a lot. It was quite adorable. And then that same year, they had a dunk tank. At our like summer end of year party thing. And she knew, right? She knew that I knew how to pitch, I knew how to hit, I knew how to run. She knew that I was an athlete. And my history teacher was on the chopping block for the dunk tank. And he was like, oh, it's just Reika. There's no way I'm getting dunked today. And my PE teacher just gives me the most knowing look, because she's like behind him selling the tickets, and she looks at me and I look at her and I just give her the biggest grin, and I immediately first try dunk him. It was fantastic. And then I dunked him 2 more times because I had 2 more tickets. And then people started giving me their tickets. So I dunked him like a total of 8 times before my arm got way too tired to keep throwing the ball. And so he was very soaked, and he was like, okay, look, I get it, you can throw. So good.
I'm pleased to see you again.
Let's get a hug.
Would you like me to hold you?
I've been mostly talking about...
Now,
Oh man, I'm literally having the midlife crisis moment where I talk about my high school days and how glorious they are. I'm old! But it was a genuinely fun time. I could not think of a better group of people than the teachers I had in high school.
you are so very warm. My dear, might I ask something of you? Could you please find the owner of this dagger and return it to them? A certain person gave it to me as a gift. It's a very precious thing. It must have a special place in the owner's heart. So I would like for the original owner to have it back, if you wouldn't mind.
That's awesome, Maddie.
Then
All right.
good day to you, my dear.
Gotta go give this dagger to Darius. And then we are going to witness them dying. It was fun. Oh, but I should do Ronnie's questline first and finish out Rogier's questline. I wonder if I can talk to him about Noxtella.
Always good to see you, son. Maybe I should tell you. Lately, I feel I'm on the
Suavemente.
Hey,
Minute One Edge
Midnight
just
Edge.
subscribed for 51
Thank you.
months.
51 months, that's
I
forever.
have an inkling it
Hard to
could
believe how you
spell
haven't been
trouble
streaming
you
for that long.
somehow. So I just wanted to get the apology out of the way beforehand, since you're so scary and all.
Alright, let's go back to here, because I forgot to grab the other Grace site. You know, speaking of my teachers, the only teacher that ever got me interested in math was the math teacher I had in that same school. I hated math. Math was always very difficult, probably because dyslexia, but it was always very difficult for me. But you know what she told me? She's like, if you handwrite your notes, if you handwrite all the formulas, I will let you use your little notebook on every single test that you take. And I was just like, thank you. There is so much to remember. So I had this, I wish I still had it because I could probably still use it today. I had this note card binder that she gave me, and I wrote down every single equation, formula, how to, tricks, tips, everything in this thing, and I used it all the time. She told me something that was very practical, which I enjoyed. She says, if you ever get a job in a field that requires you to do heavy math, knowing the formulas is great. Being able to do it on the fly, even better. However, there will always be a reference guide somewhere on your desk to remind you how to do this correctly, because that's just how math works. You don't always have people who can memorize every single one of these formulas and commit it to memory. Does it help? Yes. Does it make you better? Yes. But it's not like a requirement. You will always have a reference guide. And I was like, that is great. Thank you so much for allowing me to use my little notebook. That's the only thing you were good at, Sparley? Math is... I kind of do still enjoy math sometimes. I'm terrible at it still. Oh, no. Yeah, Mom. Yeah, for sure. Goodness. Ah. Yeah, look, please keep me updated. I'll call after stream. I'm going to be ending stream in about an hour, so I'll call you then. I mean, teachers like that more often, people around the world would be a better place. Yeah, no, I agree, Minotaur Magi. My math teacher, my science teacher, my history teacher, all of them, like, were very practical about the world. Yeah, I hope my dad does okay, too. If he dies a fourth time and comes back, I'm just gonna have to buy him a cake and say, fourth time's the charm, eh? Haha! Wait, is it fourth or fifth time? I can't even keep count anymore with my dad. Black wet blade. That's another thing I really needed. And here's another very important thing that we are definitely going to use and upgrade. He is resting, playing Star Trek. Okay. Oh, so he's back at home already. So you took him to the ER earlier, and now he's back at home resting. Okay, I get ya. I haven't logged onto my Star Trek account in forever. I would definitely have to do a password recovery if I were to start playing it again. But I just honestly don't have time for another game right now. I'm so busy as of late, which is good. I would rather be much busy than last night late. Okay, gotcha. I'd rather be very busy than not busy enough. I've been not busy enough before in my past. No, thank you. Man, that's so fast. Alright, now that we got this side of Grace, I'm going to go and upgrade this Mimic Tear we just got, because it's going to become our primary summons.
Greetings. Are you here for spirit?
Oh wait, that was the wrong one. Whoops, diddles. There we go. Let me read the description of this dagger. Hidden treasure of the eternal city of Nokron. The hidden treasure of the eternal city of Nokron. A blade said to have been born of a corpse. This blood-drenched fetish is proof of the high treason committed by the eternal city and symbolizes its downfall. Cannot be wielded by those without a fate, but it is said to be able to harm the greater will and its vassals. A very powerful dagger. Oh, it's very interesting. I never noticed this before, but this looks a lot like the sacred blade the Elden Beast uses at the end of the game. Fascinating. All right, to Ronnie.
It was thee, not blithe it seemeth. Even in my slumber I sensed it. It is in thy possession, is it not? The hidden treasure of Nokron. My thanks. Finally all the pieces are in place. Soon must I begin my journey. Upon the dark path only I may tread. But before I leave, I must entrust thee with this. Take it. My discarded flesh lieth beyond the seal unlocked by it, upon which is carved the curse mark of thy desire. I can fathom what thy purpose might be. Neither of us is welcomed by the brighter path. I see. You may leave now. It was but brief, but thou gavest me fine service. What is it? Thy purpose in approaching me was to obtain the curse mark, was it not? You may leave now. I too am to depart on a journey. Upon the dark path only I may tread.
All right. Excuse me. I want to see if Celovis is still active at this point. Could be using Torrent, but I kind of just want to walk over.
I've no time for idle chit-chat. The only thing I will hear from you is a report of your tasks. Are we understood? I have enough.
Okay, fine, whatever. Now Celovis should be inactive. Go. Now we have to go here. Keep meaning to stop at one of these sites of grace, check my Ash of War, and see if I can't change it to something else. Who do we have to thank for getting him? Well, he was always just a puppet. When Ronnie didn't need him anymore, magic gone. Puppet gone. So Ronnie, I guess. Okay, so I can't put anything else on there. Maybe that blood, interesting. I want to do that. Could make this a very wild blood build. Oops. All right. I'm gonna try this Ash of War out. Oh yeah, it poisons. That's interesting. Yeah, poisons and does a good chunk of damage. I like that. Alright, in we go. Invert the world. Or at least the tower. Oh, this place is always really hard to look at. Oh! That was brutal. I hate fighting this guy. Wow, how that still hit me. All right. Oh, that was almost a miss. Oh, This place always disorients me being upside down. Like, legitimately, my brain hurts trying to just not think about the fact that I'm sticking to the bottom of something. Boy, I'm opening a door. That much bigger area than I thought. Dealt with handily. Hydrate, I can do that. I wonder what... Oh, did Ronnie even have a great rune now that I think about it? I don't think Ronnie did. Here we go. The curse mark. Crazy. Alright. Let this go. Ah. There's Rosier.
I am pleased. Would you like me? Now. You are so. Then good day to you.
Okay, I wanted to see if she had anything else to say. Now I have the curse mark here, because I was specifically holding off on that for that reason, but guess not. Oh right, I can upgrade one of my weapons.
Well, I took you for no matter to lay out your arm.
Give the weather dagger.
Well, what have we here? How did you get your hands on that dagger? Well, that hardly matters. I know very well whose dagger it is. Why don't I return it to them for you? Good work bringing this to me.
Finally, it is returned to its rightful place. The stolen Hallowbrand of the exalted noble. And now, I must bid you goodbye as well, though I ask you deliver this message to the Round Table Hold. I am Via, deathbed companion, hark Round Table. Disturb not the death of Godwyn, the exalted. We who humbly live in death, live in waiting, to one day welcome our Lord. What right does anyone have to object? Our Lord will rise, the Lord of the many and the meek.
There they go. Alright, let's go fight a boss that I absolutely hate. Boss that I hate, but I should still be able to beat it. How easily I'll be able to beat it? Who even knows? Who even knows? So does the guy who asked us to find the curse mark die before he can receive it? Yes, Rogier does in fact succumb to the death that was rotting away his body. Now we gotta summon D, Beholder of Death. The guy we just gave the armor to. Oh, come on. Not how I wanted that guy to die, but whatever. Ah! First try. Whew. Not an easy first try, but first try. Twin gargoyle moment indeed. Oh. Going this way should allow me to upgrade my, you miss your least favorite boss. Nice. Yeah, we're gonna write a coffin up. Yeah, but here I should be able to get the stuff I need to upgrade my Mimic Tear even more. Mimic Tear, not Tear. What? Oh. Well. I guess I timed that wrong. Oh well, we'll go get that back. I'm that wrong too. Oh my gosh. Oh, wrong button. Making an omelet? Yeah, no problem. Hope you're having a good one, Ori. Ow. Ah, darn it. Scared the scarab away. I think the movie's gonna be great. More rooms. $200 more runes. Ads are devious sometimes. Yeah. Gotta have them on though, because pre-roll ads destroy channels. Oh my gosh. You don't feel like the modern filmmaking has the sauce? I feel like George R.R. Martin does, and I've heard that he's had some input on what is going on. So I choose to be hopeful rather than pessimistic, because I want it to be good. What I really hope the movie goes into is what happened 5,000 years before the game happened. I want to know what led up. I want the Black Knife assassin plot. That's what I want. I want that to be the movie. I want that to be the movie. I want them to address how that came to be, who planned it, and what happened after it succeeded. Hopeful from soft immersion. You want a silent movie with random characters telling you, you know, what happened, or like, you want the main protagonist to just like not speak at all. In the seat in front of you in the theater is a list of timestamps and item descriptions that the main character receives. Yeah, okay, that's valid. That's a valid desire to have for this. Everyone gets Shiburi grapes instead of popcorn. That makes sense. Ow, rude. That would be the meme. That would be the meme. Everyone just brings in, like, their own grapes into the theater. So if movie theaters were smart, they would provide raisins as Shiburi grapes. Just saying. All right, the worst incantation in the entire game that is also a legendary incantation. Elden Stars. It's just horrible. Hello, Sun Gekuga. Gekuga. Sorry, Sun Gekuga. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a good day. Kuga is fine. That's fair. Good. Glad to hear you all right. Tearing through these guys fairly easily. Sacred Blade Gaming indeed. It's really good. It's actually, like, carried me so much. It just annihilates Deathbirds more than any other Ash of War I've ever used. Wow. Get back in the ground where you belong. Rock. Alright. Keyblade. Keyblade's pretty good. I've never used these swords before. They are very good. They are ridiculously good. It's a bandit curve sword. Let's restore our flasks, health and stuff. Now, if I recall correctly, I should be able to get the Ghost Gloveworts I need to upgrade my Mimic Tear some more. So let's search for that here. Yep, there's ghost 5. I need ghost 6 and 7. Heh, 6, 7. If I didn't make the joke, someone else was going to. They're 5. Six. Seven. Silur's Tree, one of the best holy weapons in the entire game. Alright. May actually swap out for that. It's not as good by just very barely a little bit, but it is lighter. But in terms of weight to protection ratio, it is actually very good. Alright, let's go and do the mausoleum next. I don't think there's any Ghost of War 8s here, but I know there's definitely a lot of smithing stones here that we'll have to get. Wrong button. There we go. Alright, let's go and grab items that are along here. Oh wow, I really messed that up. Whoopsie. If you can't, you laugh at yourself. Who can you laugh at? Alright, let's go and get our runes back and continue to get items. I don't know what my brain was thinking when I did that. It was like, jump to the branch. And then it was like, no, wait, I can't make it. But I was already in the... I was already in midair, so I turned nowhere. Couldn't care less about the other guy. That one had extra runes, so. I can make it! Oh. Had an itch on my snoot. Had to itch my snoot. Alright, down we go. Now we can free roam around without having a whole bunch of extra knights to look at. Messed up spell, itchy snoot. Yep. Yep. Lightning great bolts are cool. I need smithing stones, 5s and 6s right now. As I said, there should be plenty of those around here. Oh, even 7s. Nice. I know where I can get 8s, and I won't be getting those for a good long while. How rude. Oh, that hit me? Ow, rude. Oh, damn it. That's what I wanted. Prince of Death Cyst. Very helpful, very helpful. Ah! Being shaken. Brr. Oh, this is definitely not the way to go. Oh, love you, mama. Go take a nap. I'll call you after stream. I'll wait until a little while before calling you because I'm about to end the stream here in a little bit, and you're taking a nap, so that'll wait until later. Okay, let's continue getting the items that are out here on the routes, and then I think we'll beat this boss up here and then call it for the night. Of course, before we fight this boss, we're gonna go upgrade our summons, our weapons, etc., etc. Alright. Let's go upgrade our stuff. And then we'll go fight that boss. Need just under 40,000 runes to level up. Let's level up. I should just crush the last two because I'm going to need them to upgrade my weapons and mimic.
Greed, are you here for...
Didn't even have enough of that.
here for spirit?
Still didn't have enough.
Greed, are you here for spirit?
There we go. That is one hell of an
I
upgrade.
took you no matter. Lay out your arms then.
All right. We'll do the boss, and then I think that'll wrap up our stream for us. There he is. Godwin. Interesting fact about them. The whole reason why he has a fishtail and fish-like features is because of an old trend, not just in Japan, but an old trend in general amongst richer folks, to buy mummified mermaids. And they'd often look like this. There's Rogier. So what I find interesting about this fight is that it is a fight against anyone who has ever hugged Fia and become her champion. So these are like player builds and such. Uh-oh. Oh gosh. Sometimes those player builds are really good. Oh no. Oh god. Pretty good, but man, I wish we had things like the bells in Dark Souls 1. What about the bells in Dark Souls 1? They make dong, they do dong sounds. I actually like this boss fight. Look at the little fly wings on him. The roots. They ring when other players beat the boss and ring them? Yeah, I mean, that's true, but what would be the equivalent for that in this game? Oh, Chief, I recognize thee. Wiring on at you during one of our sessions? Oh, nice. That's awesome. You think Elden Ring has something, but it's extremely subtle, like when a multiplayer friends who share your password beat specific bosses, it rains golden petals, or so you've heard. Fascinating. All right. Oh, Riddlecoog! Welcome on in.
Riker Code just rated with 6 viewers.
You actually just rated in just as we were wrapping up stream, but I definitely want to thank you for rating. Hello everyone, my name is Reika Bird. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I play all sorts of games, both modern and retro, Sunday through Thursday at 3 p.m. EST. Welcome on in. Riker Coog, I hope you had a wonderful stream. I am just wrapping up. So if you're new here, be sure to follow before we raid on out, because we're going to be raiding on out. So I hope you guys enjoy the trade. Yeah, sorry, I'm making it a short one today because I have a very bad headache and I want to go read my book and I want to rest. So I do very, very much appreciate the raids though. Like, it means that you like my content and I like that you like it. So let me go ahead and find someone to raid on out too. Y'all are super great. Welcome on in. Thank you for the follow back.
Textalia just followed.
Appreciate you. Let's see, who is streaming? Double it and give it to the next person. Yeah, that's actually a great way to put that. Let's raid on out to Green Hornet is playing Horizon Forbidden West. Give them a Durg up from me. They're also a very awesome dragon. So until tomorrow, 3 p.m. EST, I've been Rika Bird. Hope y'all have enjoyed your fights.